Alright, hello, I am the Brigade Youth from Hockington. I am existing, as one does. Doing my social media posts because I am a good little social media monkey. Drama! Yes. I mean, honestly, there probably is drama, but I don't have to care about it. I have coffee and tomato soup. Tomato soup, protect me from this drama? Okay, no, actually, I'm out of tomato soup. Okay. Plain glass of water, protect me from this drama? Alright, there we go. Yep, water and water and water. It is the fluid of life. The aqua vitae, or... No, I think that may actually be something else. What is aqua vitae? Concentrated ethanol. Okay, no, I'm not drinking that. Water of love, deep underground, but there ain't no water there to be found. My parents were fans of the Judds when I grew up, and when I grew up. Yeah, I've been doing so much of that. Alright, tonight we have Secret Files Tunguska. And so far there have been secrets, and there have been files. At some point, perhaps there will be, Tunguska. What if Nina belongs in prison? Indeed. I think most adventure game protagonists probably belong in prison to some degree or another, but, like... I also think that you shouldn't go to jail for objectively funny crimes. So... it kind of really doesn't balance out too well. Yeah. There's a lot. It's a lot. Everything is a lot. There is much everything. It's a tragedy when you stub your toe. It's funny when a CEO stubs their toe and then falls down the stairs and falls directly into an open sewer, and the sewer has a blender in it, and they get blended up and then they fall into the poo and they die. What if the team responsible for Sonic and the Secret Rings belongs in prison? Well, that's just objectively incorrect. Sounds like somebody doesn't have 7 rings in hand. Only 7, though. 8, and you do go to jail. Have I played it? I have. Hilariously, at one point I was in GameStop, and I picked up a copy of Sonic and the Secret Rings. No, I picked up a copy of Sonic and the Black Knight, and I was like, oh, hey! I can play this! And the boyfriend actually, like, took it out of my hand, put it back on the shelf, and dragged me out of GameStop. So, I have been unfairly persecuted all my life. I'm just saying. Anyway, hello, I am Zyther for KQ School Moggington. Tonight we're playing Tunguska Secret Files, Secret Files Tongue Man. Tonight we're playing Tongue. Tonight we're doing tonsil hockey. I don't fucking know. Let's play a video game. Come on. Tuscaloosa. Yeah, sure. I don't know what that is. It sounds like a horse. What is... Okay, hold on. Tuscaloosa. A city in Alabama. Alright. And I have to check what this is. Tusk. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. The water slide that's... Yeah, I have seen that. Alright. Video game. Video games, video games, video games. That's what we're playing here. There is a tiny little crack at the bottom of the screen because I don't want to completely obscure you guys. But it occurs to me that I can just, like, make the stream chat very slightly smaller. And then make the game very slightly larger. And then make the stream chat very slightly smaller again. And there, now you guys are fine. Everything's fine. Nothing is broken. Okay, love game. When last we left Nina, she was in Adventure Game Protagonist Jail, where all adventure game protagonists should go eventually, but they do not. Apparently they have a nice layer of wood shavings down on the floor, so that's good. What do we got to interact with here? We have a hatch.
Above this hatch, freedom must be endless.
God, I keep forgetting her voice is like that. I genuinely forget every time we quit this game. My mind immediately dumps her voice and replaces it with Maya from Hypnosis. And then we come back to this game, and I click on something.
Where have you been all this time?
Driving this streetcar.
Yeah, we're riding the streetcar. Okay.
A leather dog leash.
Oh, real leather. We can chew on this if we get hungry.
There's a cuddly little lapdog in there playing with his little bone. Isn't he cute?
Maya, no. I mean, Nina, no. Damn it!
A piece of bone. Before I get to that bone, the dog will be gnawing on mine.
Okay. Is that a downside? Alright, we have a sample glass, a 25-watt bulb, and a dog leash. Can we use the dog leash on the dog? No.
Locked.
It's locked. Alright, can we go over here? Yes, there's more stuff over here. Ooh, there's a lot over here. What do we got? A mysterious...
I can't open the flap. It's stuck. Oh, brother. There must be harder things to do.
There must be. And yet, we're not doing them.
A metal pipe.
Alright, we got part of a vacuum cleaner.
A metal pipe.
That's useful. Alleged.
A vacuum cleaner hose. Long, flexible, and boring.
We're just systematically disassembling this vacuum cleaner.
There are a lot of pieces of meat in the box. I'll take
Ooh.
myself a piece. Served with a baked potato and garlic bread. God, I'm hungry.
You should have eaten the laxative bread. There are no downsides to eating the laxative bread.
Not to be confused with Jensen.
So, I talk a lot about translation with regards to this game. Button, not to be confused with Jensen. I feel like at one point in this game's life cycle, that was a joke. But now, who knows what it is?
No visible effects.
And
According to the top display, the temperature is 54 degrees Fahrenheit. The lower display shows a humidity of 28%.
okay, that's cool. Any of that help us in some way? Does that, Anyway, meat goes in this side.
I can't say schnitzel as fast as he can swallow a steak. Before I get to that bone,
Alright, I was hoping we could distract the dog this way. No.
I'll
Grab
take
another
myself
meat.
a piece.
There must be something we can do to pry this open. And I imagine there will be something we can use to terrify a dog in there, or...
Locked.
Actually, can we put the leash on the meat? No. I was hoping we could, like, put the leash on the meat and pull it away. Doesn't seem like it. Alright. I am now considering. Feeling like some meat on a leash. It looks like we cannot bonk the dog on the head with a metal pipe. That's probably for the best. I've seen adventure game protagonists who would not hesitate. So, can we put the meat in the jar? Yes. This'll take him a while. Dogs are not tool-using creatures.
For a while.
Bone.
A piece of bone.
And the bone can fly open the flap.
In the flap, and then lever it open.
And inside is...
There is a vacuum cleaner bag in there. I'll take it out.
And now we can change the vacuum cleaner bag, obviously our top priority.
Do I have to rummage around in that? Yes, I suppose I probably do. A tuft of hair from... an animal. A hairpin, model number 08/15.
Not gonna ask. Can we pick this lock?
That lock is for a flat key. I won't get in with a hairpin.
Okay. How about this one over here?
When the door has no lock, there is nothing here for me to pick, apart from my nose.
Fun trivia. In Quest for Glory, for your PC computer entertainment system, you have skill points, and one of those skill points is, of course, lockpicking. One of the ways to raise lockpicking is to pick your nose. Except, if you have too few skill points to start with, you will simply ram the lockpick deep into your brain and die. That's a fun fact. Can we let the dog out? Woof, woof, woof. No, it looks like we can't. That's okay. It would probably eat us. Alright, we have animal hair. What do we do with animal hair?
A tuft of hair from... an animal.
Maybe we can give somebody an asthma attack.
Not to be confused with Jensen.
Does pushing this button a bunch do anything?
No visible effects.
Did it change the humidity?
According to the top display, the temperature is 54 degrees Fahrenheit.
No.
The lower display shows a humidity of 28%.
I feel bad for her. Like, that's cold. Then again, in this time of summer, maybe I don't feel that bad. Oh, we can use the metal pipe on the hatch. And that'll...
Hopefully no one heard that. Otherwise, my problems are about to increase.
Okay. That's really not what I expected to happen. Can we have some no?
The edges of the skylight are full of glass slivers. I wouldn't feel too good about holding on there.
Can we, like, whip our way out? No.
Above this hatch, freedom must be endless.
Okay, sure. You have to get past security to be an electric mayhem groupie. I don't know. I've never been that big on animals drumming. Attack the hair to the pipe to make a brush. That? Nope. 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 Doesn't look like we can do that. Is there anything else inside the vacuum cleaner? No, there is not. Did we happen to unlock the door by pushing that button? No. Can the dog sniff this hair? No. I feel like there must be some reason we wanted that flap open. Hell if I know what it was.
I'll take myself a piece.
Let's grab another piece of steak. And just throw it out the hatch. No? Alright. So she doesn't want to grab onto it. No, I did click the hair on every inventory item I have. None of those work. As I was saying, she doesn't want to grab a hold of the hatch because she'll cut her hands on the glass. So there's got to be some form of hand protection somewhere in here that perhaps I've just missed. Alternately, there's got to be some way to get this door open. Or alternately, there's got to be some way to get the other door open. And I simply haven't stumbled on it yet. Can I dog leash the dog now? No? Alright. Wait a minute, what is this?
It shows when and how much the dog is to be fed every day.
Some form of hand protection that isn't... Wait a minute. No, we cannot use the steak as hand protection. That was a thought that I actually thought would work for a second. We can use a meat glove to protect our meat. But no. Our meat is simply not powerful enough for that. Can we pry open the door? No, we cannot. And it is a flat key, allegedly.
That lock is for a flat key. I won't get in with a hairpin.
For a flat key.
A leather dog leash. A metal pipe.
Steak to the other items. Alright, I'll try the steak on every item in my inventory. None of those work. Maybe I can break the light bulb. And use the filament. No? Alright. Just for fun, I'll go ahead and use every item in my inventory on every other item in my inventory. Oh! Oh, what did we just do? Leash with pipe. It's a grappling hook. Okay.
I could get onto the roof that way, as long as I don't slash an artery on those broken bits of glass.
Well, simply do not do that. Now you're on top of a train, Nina. Was this worth it? Can we, yeah, okay, we can take this with us. In heels. What do we have? Pipe, pipe, pipe. I don't know why there would be a tunnel in the middle of Siberia unless there's mountains here. Alright, now we can climb down this leash pipe thing. You can't open the window from the outside. That's okay, Nina. Just climb on down. Oh, no, she took it. Just, you know, daringly swing your way in the window. Bravely, boldly. Boldly.
I can't see in there from here.
The smoothest train ride ever, yeah. Alright.
I presume this belongs to an air conditioning unit.
What a good thought. Can we use the end of the leash? Or...
And I am not going to be able to open it from the outside.
because every time I click on it, she picks it up, and I want her to climb down it instead. Oh, wait. No. That's weird. I would have thought we could just rappel down our precarious ass little setup here.
The window is closed.
Yeah. It's closed.
The window is
It's
closed.
locked. Maybe we have to put the meat on the leash. For some reason.
There's stuffy air coming out of that pipe.
Ah, no.
There is a fine sieve in the pipe. There is no way the meat will pass through it.
We do have to trigger an asthma attack. I hope somebody down there is allergic to fur.
This helps a bit.
No?
A vacuum cleaner hose. Long, flexible, and boring.
Okay, we connect the two with the hose.
It doesn't seem to have any great effect.
And then,
To jump down those 3 meters in these shoes?
you know what, that's actually valid, I'm sorry. Let's climb back down here, and I imagine that, pushing the button will activate some kind of fan, perhaps? I wonder if you can die in this game. I feel like if we were gonna die in this game, this is what would do it.
No visible effects.
Alright, let's climb back out. That did nothing. Alright. Well, we're not getting more fur. Can I stuff the meat in the hose? That's a very personal question. Let's try it anyway. We're gonna have to very slowly walk back over there. Oh, no, it skipped for... Okay. That's very polite of you, thank you. Can we shove the meat in the hose? Let's find out. Actually, only the one mentioned a sieve. What about this one?
There is a fine sieve in the pipe. There is no... It doesn't seem to have any great effect. There is a fine sieve.
No. Maybe we can use the hairpin to remove the sieve. We cannot. And maybe we can break a light bulb in there? We cannot. Okay. Like, we'd need to start a fire. That's a thought. I don't see why we can't just go for this door. I don't see why we can't just use that door, but apparently we cannot. So, let's limp back over here. I'm very glad they just fade.
According to the top display, the temperature is 54 degrees.
Alright, 54 degrees Kelvin. What can we do about that?
There are a lot of pieces of meat in the box.
We slap it with the meat. We slap the door with the meat. Meat for everybody. It's a meet and greet. The door you couldn't unlock from the outside. You're right, I think. Perhaps. Are the wood shavings takeable? They do not have a hotspot. So, no. And the vacuum cleaner has stopped being a hotspot. Can I take the feeding schedule? No. There's only an eyeball, not a, hand prompt.
It shows when and how much the dog is to be fed every day.
I really would love to know what I'm supposed to do with this light bulb. I have some guesses, but they're all anatomically improbable. Because we're not going to be able to do that. We can't pick the lock on the cage. And we can't pick either of these locks. Try holding it over your head. No. No, I'm not going to have any genius inspiration that way. Can you hang off the side of the train and pick the lock with Nina? No? Okay. And we can't slap the meat on the window, and we can't put this through the window. We can't do that, so. What is our goal with this, anyway?
Now connecting the 2 pipes.
We've connected 2 pipes. So what? So the air recirculates back in. Is there any way we can, No, not that I can tell. I keep wanting to use it, like, directly on the window. But I don't seem able to. Can I hang the meat out the window on the pipe? Or hang the meat in front of the window on the pipe? I don't know why I would be able to do that. But... Anything in my diary? Not really. We haven't got very many interactable objects here. Light bulb doesn't work in either pipe. Hairpin doesn't work in either pipe. Meat.
There is a fine sieve in the pipe. There is
No way the meat will pass through the fine sieve. I feel like that should be a clue. Like if we could mince the meat. And I can't think of any way to mince the meat other than like passing it through a dog. But that is not an option. The glass shards. Unfortunately, also not an option. tear this apart with your bare hands, Nina? No? This meat is refrigerated. Can we put it on the panel? No. Do anything with this button. This button is a real mystery to me.
No visible effects.
It has no visible effects, and I thought for sure it was going to be like a, Can I use the pin to fiddle with it? That's a thought. No, but good effort. And I can't put the pipe in the ice chest and run it over the thermos either. So, in the interest of not being stuck all night, it's walkthrough time. Go to my old friend, the Walkthrough King. You will get a hairpin and some animal hair. Bind the leash with the tube. Use this on the hatch in the ceiling. Climb to the roof of the train. Pick up the leash and pipe. Walk over to the pipe. Put your animal hair in the right tube. Did I use it in the wrong tube? Can I have it back? I think I put it in the left tube. I didn't know that it mattered. Can I have that back?
The animal hairs are still in there. I'll take them out.
It's because I put them in the wrong tube. That's very fucking pedantic. Thank you.
Let's see if this helps a bit. If the heater in the compartment is on, and I am assuming it is, the hair should actually burn. A state that should be noticed even by unwashed scientists.
Okay. Don't like that puzzle. But we're in the window now. Why is there a tunnel here?
Phew, that was close. Okay, let's try this again. If anyone has information about any scientists on board, then it is this Sidorkin guy. In his function as the scientific leader, he must have hidden the information somewhere.
Well, now we have the ability to pick his locks.
Open.
My god, it's a bus.
A statue. A statue.
Okay. That's it? Alright. Well, there are 3 statues over here.
Oh, I can turn the statue, but I can't pick it up. It seems to be anchored to the plinth. The statue has clicked into position.
Now we just need to figure out which direction we want to... There's Lenin.
I thought Comrade Lenin went out of fashion years ago.
Oh, you know, he's just so unfashionable. What's this?
Books about Sir Francis Drake, Blackbeard, Henry Morgan, William Kidd, Jack Rackham, all extremely pleasant folk who sailed under the flag of the Skull and Crossbones to liberate the 7 seas from the plague of merchants.
Well, that's cute. So which way do we have to turn these little boogers? Not that way. Any clues over here at all on directionality?
Tunguska project.
No, we saw that before.
Some kind of scientific report about molecular biology.
Saw that before.
I've looked at the documents once, and there's no more time to check again. Sidorkin could come back any minute.
Portrait is facing left. Let's try everybody face left. Everybody look at the wall.
Apparently, the right orientation of the statues triggered a secret mechanism. Soundproofed walls, and then this chair. Are they torturing people in here?
That's a chair with nails in it.
There are restraints for hands and feet mounted onto this chair. Has someone been kept prisoner here?
No, Nina, it's a back scratcher. What are we fucking doing here?
A book about the notorious pirate Bale Schmidt, who initially made life very difficult for the patricians and later for the colonists near Port Royal.
Belschmidt. You can tell this is a German game because they have the German pirate.
There are restraints for hands and feet.
Yep, read that.
A book about the notorious...
Read that. Alright, we have a flap.
I can't see any handle or switch to open the flap with.
Going to guess it's behind the painting?
Pretty.
Thanks, Nina. That is like the most suspicious painting I've seen in a long time.
It sounds like a mechanism has been triggered, but I cannot see any changes.
Oh.
The mechanism in the bookshelf has opened the flap, but there is nothing in there. Strange. Very, very strange.
Alright, do we have anything else we can interact with? Ah!
If I didn't know better, I would say he's grinning at me.
Oh, he makes that face for everybody.
I'll take the skull with me, but I won't walk carrying a complete human skeleton.
Technically, you're always walking carrying a complete human skeleton.
Wow, that was close. I managed to survive an assassination attempt in my father's apartment and the guys from the Secret Service, only to be almost killed by a picture. Life can be strange, can't it?
Wants to put the meat in the secret compartment. I would like that.
What sort of strange lock is that? If I understand this correctly, I should try turning all the lights off.
Fuck the you? Okay, sure. Okay, sure. Bunny flip as lot. Are we flipping bunnies now? What are they worth on eBay? Alright, this doesn't do diagonals, which I kind of thought it did, and it doesn't. And that makes me...
If I understand this correctly,
Yes, Nina, you should try turning all the lights off. I've heard that with the lights out, it's much less dangerous.
Done. Hopefully the contents are worth the effort, and I eventually get to find out where Daddy is. Loads and loads of documents. This damn list of personnel has to be somewhere around... Ah, here. It is definitely divided up into scientists, military, and Secret Service. It lists more than 100 names in the train alone, and well over 1,000 in the research station. What exactly are they all doing?
100 people on this train?
I've got to find out if Daddy is on board the train. Well then, let's see. After some of the names, there is a cross. Are they all dead? I can only hope that the marks have another meaning. Daddy's not on the list, though. Not on the train, and not at the research station either. Does that calm me down or worry me? At least they haven't dragged him off to Russia. But therefore, my only good lead has cooled right down. I'll have to look at the other documents. Who knows? It might help a little further. Here is a file with the title Tunguska Project. I ought to have a look at that. A whole load of...
Hey, it's a secret file, Tunguska!
I'll be old before I understand that. What? What's that? There is something written here about a Kalenkov report. It really does seem to be from Daddy. He proved in 1976 that the object found in the Tunguska region is of alien origin. On the strength of this report, the government gave the green light to the extension of the research station to carry out experiments on the fragment without any public interference. These experiments led to the discovery that it was possible to influence the behavior of animals when certain radiation fields are modified by the fragment. After that, the Tunguska project was called into life to improve the technology. Then there are pages and pages of test results. They must have done thousands of experiments on animals. Only, what is the goal? What are they promising themselves? Does it have any military use?
Animal mind control? Yeah, probably. Anyway, now that you mentioned that, I do remember Bunny Flip. How about Train Flip? Oh, well, Nina died.
Oh, hello, Oleg. I hope you have good news. What? And Nina? Is she okay? Damn it, how could that have happened? I thought you were gonna keep an eye on her. No, I don't want to calm down. I made that mistake once already, and the result... Yeah, okay. Where exactly? Okay, I'm on my way.
I don't want to calm down!
His information is correct. Then this would have to be the military hospital where they brought Nina.
I hope Nina is alright. How could a complete train derail?
They think it was an attack. But for now, we should not care about that. You have to get Nina out of there.
Who, me?
Yes. Alone, you have a better chance of not being discovered. It was a miracle that we got this far without problems. I mean, I gave the research station an extra wide berth. But this close to it, I almost counted on being caught by the military.
Okay. And so now, how do I get in there?
Start thinking.
Great. But thanks a lot anyway for the lift here. Without you, I would never have found it.
No problem. It was a pleasure. You were pretty worried about Nina, aren't you?
Yes. Hopefully nothing has happened to her.
You really like her, don't you?
Yes. Nothing that wonderful has ever happened to me before.
Hey, wake up, boy. You can dream after you get Nina out of there.
Yes, you're right.
So, let's move. We don't have a lot of time. I'll wait here in case you need help somehow. Oh, don't forget, Nina has been traveling under the name of Pakova, and probably has been admitted under that name. And now, good luck.
Thanks. I will probably need it.
Shut up, you two. Okay, thank you. Silver, to me, honestly, this guy doesn't sound so much like Deckard Cain as he sounds like Max here, doing a slightly deeper voice and talking to himself. Like, I do get where you're coming from, but he just sounds like he's having a conversation with himself in two different voices. textile bag.
A shopping bag made of cloth.
Sounded hypnotized, to be honest. I will accept the expert opinion on that matter. Alright, so this is a bag. We have bags. Hello. Alright. Is Olaf gonna be useful for anything? Because I really don't think he is. Alright, what do we got up here?
It seems pretty spooky, more like a haunted castle. I should get Nina out of there as quick as I can.
I'm sure they have hospitals that are in haunted castles, and haunted castles that are in hospitals, and all that kind of thing.
My cell phone with all the bells and whistles. You can even make phone calls with it.
Good to know. Let's see, an ambulance.
It really seems to be an ambulance.
Wow.
The writing on it is in Russian. I can't read it, but there's a phone number next to it. 03112.
Alright, hold on.
My doctor always said I should eat more fruit. Well, maybe picking more fruit is a good start.
Alright, that's not what I wanted you to do. I was hoping you would go hide in the bushes. And then we could call the ambulance and have it come out, and that would open the gate. Can we have Oleg call the no.
Luring the ambulance out may be a good idea, but I need a plausible reason for them to come out.
A plausible reason for an ambulance. Punch Oleg. Actually, you know what? No, hold on.
And what if something happens?
Nothing is going to happen. I am going to wait here, and if the alarm sounds, Plan B will go into effect.
And what is Plan B?
I am going to think about that at the appropriate time. And now, make sure you get in there.
You'll see what I mean, right? These are like jokes. These could pass as jokes. But they're not actually jokes. Maybe they were once. But not now. Alright, I have the beginnings of a plan. Like, I think what we do is we cover Oleg in berry juice. And we make him look wounded. And then we call for an ambulance.
Now I've got a carrier bag full of holes and horrible red stains.
Oh, good. Okay, here, you wear this.
Here, tie this around the hand with the missing fingers. Maybe we can fool the medic into thinking you've only just lost them, if he doesn't look too closely.
This is actually gonna work. Wonderful.
I hope my plan works. Hello. Hello. My friend is badly hurt. I think he's lost a couple of fingers. Yes, I'm standing here at the bus stop in front of the hospital. Please, send someone out quickly. I think he's bleeding to death. Yes, but please, hurry. I now only hope that Oleg's acting qualities are sufficient enough to convince the ambulance driver of his story.
What does it matter to you? You're going straight in this gate, right? Yeah, way to go, Solid Snake. Nice fucking stealth mission.
Now I'm in the courtyard. Now I just have to find Nina.
Okay. The cat screeches and the guy screaming because he was just murdered. What I noticed was the exact same eagle screech from, like, every Assassin's Creed synchronization point. A shadow.
Something is casting these shadows. Something very, very close. There's a key in the lamp. It's a strange hiding place, but better than putting it under the doormat.
It's not very well hidden.
Because of the heat of the lamp, this key is really hot. I don't really want to touch it with my bare hands.
Roll your fucking sleeves up, then. Okay. Let's see if we can dig through the trash and find something for the prima donna to pick this key up with.
Empty syringes, soiled bandages, and a finger. I wonder if Oleg would... No, I'd better not.
I just want to pick this up and give people the finger. I want to give half the NPCs in this game the finger. Surgery pliers. Okay, these'll do.
I'd rather not think about whose guts have been removed with these.
Morbid, but practical.
It should work with that.
Yoink.
It fits.
Excellent.
And into the lion's den. Hopefully no one's in the cellar.
You should have thought of that before you walked in, buddy. Alright, let's see if we can't figure out... We've got a bunch of stuff in here, including a fan.
Quite honestly, I find the things ridiculous.
Steal it anyway.
There are medical records in here, all sorted alphabetically. Maybe I can find out what they did to Nina. K, Koch, Kyo, Ken...
She's under P.
No records on Nina.
Oh, okay, you know.
Wait,
Never mind.
Oleg said she was traveling under a false name, something with P. Perkova. So let's have a look. P. Pow. Perez Manuel. Wasn't he the one who went on the Tunguska expedition with Nina's father? And he was here too? That's very interesting. I should have a look at that. If my rudimentary medical knowledge isn't fooling me, there's something here about extreme behavioral and consciousness disturbances. Perez's behavior obviously showed such strange symptoms unrecorded in any known illness. That was ages ago. In the meantime, research should have... It looks like they tried to find out about the illness by carrying out experiments on him. Through the cranium without an anesthetic. That's ghastly. Electroshocks, straitjacket, shock therapy. That reads like a torture report out of the Middle Ages. But the poor guy seems to have survived it. Then, a few weeks ago, he was sent back to his home country after an application from a certain Dr. Nicole Charlois to a small suburb of San Cristobal west of Havana. It looks like he obviously resisted so violently that they had to give him the double doses of phenylcyclidine piperidine. I believe that sedative has been forbidden for a while now. That's strange. Perez has been here for almost 30 years, and suddenly they're shipping him off to Cuba? And Nina's father disappears without a trace shortly thereafter. I would be astonished if there wasn't a connection. But what could it be?
Okay, that was a lot of information just to say that we don't have anything on Nina. It sounds like a trip to Cuba is in our future, and also... Heaven help me, I had actually forgotten what it was like to have a protagonist who knew how to read and cared about information. No offense to Nina, but, like, I'm kind of digging Max a little bit. He seems to know what he's talking about, as opposed to randomly guessing.
I wasn't able to find a file on Nina under the name Kalenkov or Perkova. Either she doesn't have one, or it's stored somewhere else.
Alright. Or they just don't care to keep a file on her.
There's a whole load of medicines and chemical stuff in it.
Oh boy, chemical stuff. I love chemical stuff. Let's grab a random bottle and slam it.
If I'm not mistaken, one of these bottles contains that stuff Perez was sedated with in it. I still can't identify the rest.
Oh, alright. We got a sedative. That's good enough. A dictation machine.
A dictation machine? Maybe there's a recording of Nina on it.
Patient 1835, severe psychological and neural problems, currently in a coma. During the observation period, the patient exhibited symptoms such as optical and acoustic hallucinations, reflexive muscle contractions, and incontinence. Patient
Well,
also
so do I
exhibited
sometimes.
psychogenic reactions, temporary amnesia, partial facial paralysis, and spots in front of the eyes. Damage to the temporal lobe caused by external influences, fracture of the right wrist, various contusions, and hematomas in the area of the head and arms. Apart from some of the external injuries, the patient exhibits similar symptoms as the other patients. The report must be completed as soon as possible and faxed to Moscow.
Damn, the batteries are running right down. That sounds
How
terrible.
can you tell?
What does "as with the other patients" mean? Does it mean that these behavioral and consciousness problems appear on a lot of people? If yes, why? What is the cause? I'll have to tell Nina about that, because something here is not right. I don't know what it is, but I definitely don't like it. Not at all.
Alright, we're into the medical issues section of the game. Apparently, we're into the medical horror section of the game, actually. Oh, we have a slow rotating fan. Never mind, we're into the Blade Runner section of the game. Ooh, a syringe. We've got to sedate somebody. Come
I have to
on.
be careful not to touch the needle.
We have to sedate. Ooh. Okay, we've got blood. We've got a bucket. We've got a bloody sheet. Alright, we got a dead eye. If you are squeamish, you may wish to look away. I have no idea what the hell is going to happen in here.
I don't really want to find out who or what is lying underneath it and where all these stains come from. Luckily, it can't be Nina. The person or thing is far too small.
Person or thing? That's fun to think about.
Conditions like these would cause hospitals to shut down completely. At least I hope so. The bucket is full of blood. I think I'm gonna throw up.
Alright. Could be Nina with missing leg. It could.
I cannot find anything in particular on the skull, but the lungs. I can't imagine that the person is still alive. I can hear voices. As long as I don't know what to expect on the other side, I'm not touching this door.
Fortunately, we have a listening device.
Can't do anything about that, but you're missing out. It's a really good game. I just wish the satellite dish wasn't so sensitive. I have to keep adjusting it. Hopefully, it won't be as windy as yesterday. I couldn't really see anything properly.
Thank God, they're from
you can
Brooklyn.
Forget that. Just be happy that the broad is in a deep sleep at least and not constantly on a rampage. Yep, and 3 more days up in that damp room, then our doctors have more work to do. No, you better stay up there. There's hardly anyone here, but in case someone should surface, there'll be another uproar about people leaving posts and so on. Not to worry. The head physician won't even notice that I'm more occupied with the TV during my shift than with making rounds. I'm keeping an eye on the entrance. If he doesn't come crawling through the basement, I'll notice him in time no matter what. Yep, will do. Till then. And don't go hunting rats again. The doc is still sour about the bullet holes.
A damp room somewhere on the upper floors. At least now I know where Nina is being held. But it's a little inconvenient that there are at least 2 guards there. I have got to get into contact with Nina somehow. Perhaps she's got an idea how to get rid of them.
In contact with her, you say?
Her cell phone is off. I just tried it a moment ago.
Oh. Alright, well, let's go back outside and see if we can go around the building. I mean, you know, we can solve these things. Ooh.
It seems to be a sewage pipe. It runs into the top floor.
Why? I guess sewage does have to come down. Alright, what do we got here?
It doesn't look like a typical ambulance, more like a military vehicle. But what is it doing this far away from civilization?
serving the hospital. What do you think it's doing this far away
Don't
from...
believe that just walking in is a good idea. Don't believe that just...
Okay, a satellite dish. Okay, let's give it a smack.
Damn it! The stupid satellite dish needs adjusting again.
And I'd like to run, Max. Can we, Yeah, alright. Lay it around here.
Apparently the guy has already readjusted the satellite dish. The guard is busy watching soccer on TV. Still, I better not go any further into the room, because if he turns around, I'm dead meat.
How topical, I guess. I don't know. A wedge.
The wedge seems to be keeping the door ajar.
This door is ajar. Let's put something in the jar, and then we will,
I better not go there. As soon as the guard notices me, I'll have some huge problems.
Oh. There's a guard.
I'd better not go there. Oh, a soccer program. Even if I don't like soccer, there's nothing I wouldn't give to be sitting on my couch with Nina and... But it doesn't necessarily have to be soccer.
I doubt it. I really doubt I can sedate the
Before I know what I'm
guard.
gonna do with it, I'll definitely not put any poison in it. I'm already not that happy with the thought of walking around with an exposed syringe.
God, that's practical. Thank you. I don't seem to be able to sedate the guard from
A
here.
conversation with him could be my last. I'd better not go there.
Yeah, he won't go anywhere.
A heavy safety door. It only seems to open from one side.
We also can't... I'm pretty sure we can't get a syringe full of a random person's blood. No, alright. I don't know why we would want that, but it was a thought I had, and, it was incorrect.
It seems to be a sewage pipe.
Sewage pipe that runs to the top floor. That seems extremely specific. DNA evidence. Wait, okay.
I can hear really loud snoring. And groans, something about a train, explosions, and Daddy. Now, wait a minute, that sounds like Nina. The pipe seems to lead into the room where she's being held. Nina, hey, wake up. Nina? No. Damn, she seems to be a heavy sleeper. She can't hear me.
Good, because that guard would be able to hear you too. Can we, like, blow poo gas into her room and wake her up? Or put her back to sleep, I guess. I don't know.
Before I know what I'm gonna do...
Any other clues?
Nina, hey, wake up! It's no good. They must have sedated her. If I call any louder, I'll probably alarm the whole hospital.
Okay. Well, we need something. Maybe we can find something that can wake her up.
It's probably broken, and that's why it's just sitting here. There's a whole load of medicines and chemical stuff in it.
Any anti-sedatives? Can we make an anti-sedative by sending this sedative to a different reality? Climbing the pipe would be too logical for an adventure game. I'm thinking, ammonia. Perfect. Ammonia goes in the sewage pipe.
That penetrating smell might just take care of waking Nina up. Ugh, it stinks to hell down here now. That does not help me at all.
Yeah, it does.
Maybe the small ventilator is powerful enough to blow this ammonia stink into Nina's cell. Gotta be worth a try.
Ugh, what a terrible smell. Doesn't that contravene all the rules of the Geneva Convention?
I'm very happy that you're all right.
Max?
Who else? Or were you expecting someone special?
To tell you the truth, I wasn't prepared for a surprise visit. I should tidy up a bit here first. And let some air in. Did you send me this revolting smell in here?
Yes, there was no other way to wake you up. By the way, you snore and talk in your sleep.
If you mention that to anyone at all, you are a dead man.
Don't worry, but we have to get you out of there first.
Okay, that one worked. That one landed.
Yeah. Do you have a plan?
No, not really.
Then now is the time to come up with one. I'll get myself tidied up in the meantime. The fact that the hero rescues the princess and she looks like something the cat dragged in was never part of any story that I have read.
I don't know, I think I've read that one. Oh, now we have a Nina button. Activate Nina. Whoop whoop. Activate Max. Okay. We have a lot of shit to look at in here. A crocheted placemat?
That's pretty. My grandmother used to earn a living crocheting placemats like that. I would probably break my fingers trying.
No, it's fine.
That has seen better days. That one has had it.
Okay, but, like, you can probably flip it over.
I can talk to Max through this pipe.
Can we drop Max a placemat? No.
The sweet smell of decomposition is the only reminder of what was once in here, whatever that might have been.
It doesn't look like climbing the pipe would have gotten us anywhere, unless we could, like, squish down and crawl up it. Alright, there is a sharp edge, a little rock.
Broken out of the wall.
Remember when we picked up a pebble and we never used it for anything? Let's do it again. Sharpen it. No? Alright.
The wall doesn't make a very solid impression. However, getting out of here would probably take days. Pull it once over this sharp edge and the work of many evenings goes to the dogs. Ooh, if my grandmother would see that.
Alright, now we have a thread, a rock, and a bowl.
The thread is not all that strong if a part breaks off when I tie a knot.
We have a tied up rock, which we can dangle down
The
the...
stone seems to have hit the bottom. Now I can exchange a few smaller objects with Max.
Okay.
Nina is at the end of the pipe. I have to get her out as quickly as possible.
Oh, Max can tie objects to the little rock? I guess?
I think I should just forget about this. Otherwise, Nina might reach in and get hurt by accident.
He won't do it.
This little bottle is pretty fragile. I'd better keep it with me.
Yeah, okay. But now Nina has surgery pliers, which she can
I wonder what one could use that for.
Surgery?
Locked. I suppose that had to be expected, but it's still worth a try.
Can't use them as lockpicks. Oh, wait, I can take this chair leg.
This chair leg is only made out of plastic, but I still can't break it off.
Never mind, I can't take this chair leg.
And I lay on that thing. Ugh.
I'm so... I love... Urgh! Can we drop Max the bowl? No.
I'm not reaching in there. I don't really want to know what is scrabbling around in there.
Rats? It says rat hole on it. How about the, stethoscope? No? The fan? No? The cell phone? No? Alright. I was honestly hoping that we could take this, you know, rock on a string and, like, whip it around and throw it at somebody. I don't know. Is there anything else in here that I've missed? Wheelchair, files, drugs. Body stuff. Oh, wait. A scalpel! That'll help.
Still appears to be new and unused.
It's fresh. She won't hurt herself on the scalpel, but she'll hurt herself on the syringe. I guess that kind of makes sense. A little bit. Can you saw it off with this?
So now the last leg is off too. Don't you go walking away.
When you walk on by.
Take that, scourge of every health authority.
Anything hidden in the mattress?
A bit out of my exclusive comfort mattress.
Alright, maybe we can give this... Alright. So what? We can sponge some blood up and pretend to be injured to get inside? No, we can't sponge some blood up. Okay. Maybe we can hit the guard with the chair leg. Really fast. Like the flat. Oh, wait, maybe we can poke the notch with the chair leg. No? Alright. Go back out and around? What if this just broke? No? Will you dig through the no? Um... Let's give these back. I still kind of want to try breaking this. Like, cut the wire? Yeah?
The people should be working, not watching TV.
Don't be an asshole,
Damn it!
Max.
The stupid satellite dish needs adjusting again.
You know, if you moved a little faster, maybe you would, get there before the guard does. I'm just saying.
If I lock the guard in, he'll be a bit baffled for a while. After a few minutes, though, he'll sound the alarm. I've got to think of something. How am I gonna silence the guy?
Oh, we use a
Before I know it,
syringe, no, and we put it in his chair, and he sits on it, and then he falls asleep. No?
I'd better not go there. As soon as the guard knows.
I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. Ah!
A heavy safety door. It only seems to open from one side.
I can't do anything with the, Can't do anything here either. So...
A syringe. A small piece of foam. Still appears to be new. I'd rather
No.
not think about whose gut. A hollow chair leg made of plastic.
Oh, this is stupid. I have an idea.
I'll take the back of the syringe off. The needle and its attachment should then be light enough for me to use it as a dump
okay.
for my blowpipe.
We're gonna poison dart gun
If I
him.
touch this needle now, our little adventure will come to a pretty fast end.
Stab yourself.
A heavy safety door.
Okay, can I take the wedge now?
Crap. How did that happen?
How did that
Making a
happen?
hell of a noise. I'll have to get him to shut up very quickly. That guy will notice me as soon as I open the flap, and if I don't eliminate him within a second, things here might get a little uncomfortable. I think that with such a hectic job, a little bit of peace won't hurt the guard.
Ouch! What was that?
So, I'm rid of him for now.
Cool, okay.
The guard is in there, and that is the way it should stay.
Why does he go in here when he's supposed to be fixing the thing? Oh, it's stuck in the window.
Locked.
Okay. Yeah, I get it. Never mind, I get it. Alright, what is this?
Cheese soup. Theoretically very delicious, but theory and practical life are very often rather far apart.
Cheese soup. I know exactly what we do with this.
The sponge sucks itself full of soup. The foam rubber soaked the cheese soup up and strongly smells like it. A pin board with thousands of small notices, some instructions, naked women, telephone numbers, but nothing that brings me any further. I'll take the thumbtacks with me, but the bulletin board can stay where it is.
Oh good, now I can put thumbtacks in the ambulance wheels.
So, this is where the second guard is sitting. I almost landed in his lap. One more step and he'll notice me. I've got to think of something to distract him.
If these guys had the telephone numbers for naked women, do you think they'd be just sitting around doing nothing? Anyway, murder him. No? Alright. Now I have a thumbtack full of sedatives. All I have to do is make this guy get up. And he'll, we can put a thumbtack in his chair that has a sedative on it. And we can give him a numb ass. Everybody loves a numb ass. Alright. He'll have numb nut. It's true. Alright. How does this help us?
Whatever it is in there, if it is attracted to the smell, it'll grab its prey and disappear. It doesn't make much sense, really, does it?
Well, can you build a little trap? Kinda, yeah. What else do we have that'll build a little trap?
Looks like it could work as a trap. Stress on the could. Without any bait, the best trap in the world is useless. If it is really true that mice and rats like cheese, then this aromatic piece of foam rubber must be the perfect bait.
Build a better mouse trap and the world will beat a path to your door. Build a worse mouse trap and the world will just beat you.
The big game hunt can begin. Then let's have a look and see what we've caught. I like rats almost as much as I like the dentist and leg amputations.
Quite a bit then. There, Max. Have a rat.
Nina's little cellmate.
Alright, now presumably we can take this upstairs and release it in front of the guard. That'll get him out of his seat. We can poison the thumbtack, and then we can sedate him anally.
Run. Run as fast as you can and keep the guard busy for as long as you can. Good luck.
Just you wait, you little beast! I'll get you!
Who goes after a rat on foot?
I'll put this thumbtack under the cushion so that the guard doesn't get suspicious.
That'll mute the poison.
Damn! That rat just slipped away from me! But wait, I'll get you next time! Ah! Spivak, you're a rat as well! But I'll get you too!
All is quiet. I hope the dose was strong enough.
Spivak. I imagine I've just learned how to swear in Russian.
A bunch of keys.
Next time! Urgh.
I'm really happy to see you, and thanks for...
My pleasure, noble princess. Come on now, we have to go.
I'll just get my things together. Hopefully those guys haven't grabbed everything. Thanks, you two. I would hate to think what would have happened if you hadn't come along.
You don't have to, but we wouldn't let you rot anywhere in the sticks.
I knew that I could rely on you.
Anytime. If I had to, then I would even...
Could you postpone the niceties until later? We should get going. The people in the hospital are bound to notice your absence soon.
Yeah, I'm ready. Although...
What?
We must be really close to where my father used to set up camp on his earlier expeditions. Am I right?
Yes, that's true. But we really don't have any time for that. The hospital belongs to the Russian military, and when they sound the alarm, it will get extremely uncomfortable around here. We should first get out of here, and think about how we want to proceed along the way.
But...
No buts. The risk of landing here in the first place was already big enough. We are going. Max, I need your help to get the airplane ready for liftoff.
Oleg is right. We've got to get away from here first, and then we'll see what happens. Go on, get your things out of the Jeep and come.
Okay.
Attention! Attention! An alarm has gone off in the neighboring military hospital. A female patient who is considered extremely dangerous has escaped. The military has been notified and several soldiers are on their way here. Until they arrive, no one is allowed to leave the airfield.
Well, looks like we're stuck here. Eh?
No one will be permitted to take off or land.
Damn, they're looking for me already. What now? We'll meet here in a few hours.
Okay, bye.
I hope you have good news.
Unfortunately, no. Kalenkov is still missing.
I'm waiting for the good news.
Well, at least the others haven't found him yet either.
We are running out of time. The preparations for the project are almost finished and everyone is waiting for you to finally find the missing piece of the puzzle.
I'm doing my best. What should I do if...
Concentrate on his past. Someone has to know about Kalenkov's research, and if he can't tell us his secret himself, then others will just have to do it for him.
Hopefully Max and Oleg are all right. I suppose they weren't born yesterday. They'll get along with the soldiers somehow. And exactly how are we going to get away from here again, I don't yet know. We can brainstorm that later. In the meantime, I can try to find the camp from which my father started his expeditions. The thing is, where do I look? Apart from this tent, I have found no signs of human existence. Hopefully I can get some help here.
I love it. She really did just go, thanks you two. I'm fucking off now. Bye.
It makes a very solid impression. A tomato ketchup sachet. With any luck, it may also have some natural ingredients in it.
Oh, a sachet! A ketchup sachet! Obviously, we're eating at fine dining school tonight.
It's a pity that civilization has progressed even into deepest Russia.
Okay, slightly racist, but whatever.
There will be everything one needs to survive in there.
Really?
First aid? Only first aid for alcoholics. 1 bottle of vodka and nothing else. No bandages, no painkillers. Apart from the vodka, of course.
Hey, you said everything you need to survive is in there. Get drinking. Alright, there's just some garbage, and that's it. Let's go. Vodka will clean a lot of things, including, you know, your internal organs.
The trough is empty. Clearly, nobody seems to take very good care of the animals. Through a small hole in the lid, you can see that it's almost full of water.
Water. Bah. Vodka. No, okay.
A beautiful animal. Wouldn't it make a wonderful bedside rug? The fur is quite soft. It would definitely... Don't look at me like that, or I'll put my thoughts into action.
Nina worries me a little bit sometimes.
A large case, probably for provisions. Too big, too heavy, and too useless. The tree is ancient. It must have survived the catastrophe undamaged, but that was 100 years ago. Only the bark is flaking off. But that would happen to me after a century as well.
Yeah, that's fair.
A sharp stone.
Rock.
A failed and abandoned attempt to plant and raise a tomato plant, known to the biologist as Solanum lycopersicum. For others, love or paradise apple, a member of the nightshade family. What should I do with this drought victim?
Dig it up. Water it. Ketchup. Vodka.
That stuff stinks. It looks and smells like there's sulfur coming out of there.
Oh boy,
I'm not
sulfur.
putting my hand into that. I'll scald myself. Siberian gentian leek. Seems to be the only plant that flowers around here. I have no idea if it is under protection, but it is so pretty that I would really like to make an exception and leave it in one piece.
Really?
I know. They're under the protection of nature conservation laws. I'll be very careful.
Nina saying fuck the police?
It is almost halfway fresh.
Can you cook with it? No. Alright. Okay, how about this tent?
Sorry for simply barging in like this, but I'm looking for...
Medicine. Parchment. Burns.
What? Which parchment? And what kind of medicine? I don't understand.
Oh, we have to make medication for
This
this
guy
man.
seems to be in a kind of semi-conscious state. I'm not at all sure if he can even hear me. Obviously, he needs some kind of medication. I'll take a look around. The fire hasn't completely destroyed the parchment, but it is pretty charred and brittle. These bits of parchment have been so badly fire damaged that they'll fall apart if I pick them up. I'll have to restore them somehow.
Restore them. In blessed vodka. No, okay. Burn them further. No.
This grill is rather rusty.
Yoink.
The fireplace is already cold.
Grab some ash. No. Alright. What else have we got? Scissors. Oh, we have so many. Cups. Hey, you want a cup of vodka?
This vodka is only for first aid purposes.
That's what I was gonna use it for!
The old man obviously needs a specific medicine. This is an exceptional situation. Vodka alone won't help.
We haven't asked him that.
The old man doesn't look very well. I'm not going to get any further on my own, and if he doesn't get his medicine soon... They all look as if they're about to fall apart. I'll be very careful that... One of the threads has come loose. I don't need any more of them, so I'll leave the tassels where they are.
Okay.
A short woolen thread. A simple wooden cooking spoon.
And a nutcracker. That nutcracker is terrifying.
A strange creature with its mouth open. It seems to be some type of nutcracker.
No.
The old guy obviously doesn't want me to take the statue. I'd better leave it here.
It's clearly cursed. You take that statue, you're gonna die in 7 days. Can we shave the reindeer?
I don't want to follow the animal around this pasture all day long just to give it a new hairdo.
Yes, but we have to tie it up first? Or give it the gelatin? No. I kind of thought, you know, maybe we could, chop the... I don't know, shrug.
The tree is ancient.
Alright, the bark is coming off this tree. Can we, no? Oh, we
I
can...
definitely won't fell the tree with that. I'll limit myself to the bark.
Alright. I'm just clicking shit.
Pretty sticky, this stuff.
Let's get a cup of resin. I have no idea what I'm doing with
There's
this.
tree resin in it.
Can we make hot tree resin for some reason?
Good idea. I'll take the cup and reach into the steam. After a few seconds, my arm is perfectly done and ready to serve. There's tree...
I think she was being sarcastic. She was being sarcastic. Okay. Can we put the grill over the... Yeah, and then...
The resin will probably burn into the cup. That won't help me much either.
Well, you're not contributing any shit. Alright. Can we trim the tomato plant? No.
A huge bit of bark.
I will call it Charles. Oh, wait a minute. There's water in this barrel, there's no water in the trough. Yeah, and then we make a hole in it somehow.
Through a small hole in the lid, you can see that it's almost full of water.
We make a hole in it somehow. No? We don't?
The trough is empty. Clearly, nobody seems to take very good care of the animals.
Can we give them vodka? No? Alright. Can we get some water in the cup?
The barrel has a fitted lid, and therefore I can't get it off.
Okay. I have absolutely no idea what we're doing. Oh, wait, there's a big-ass plug. Ugh.
That poor animal is drinking as if there were no tomorrow.
I don't blame it.
Resin at the bottom, water on top, and cup surrounding it all.
Can I now?
The scissors are so blunt that I'll only manage to tear some hairs out. The reindeer won't like that very much.
Alright.
Not really the superlative in whetstones, but these scissors can't get any blunter. And how's that? It now cuts more than butter.
Alright.
Easy there, boy. It reeks a little bit, but it's relatively soft.
Now what? In with the resin? No? Alright. Ah. Can we now steam the...
Through heating, the water and the resin have mixed. The resin is almost runny now.
Okay. Let's, go back to that paper and see if we can't, like, do a coat job. We'll laminate it. No. No.
I've tied the hair into a sort of ponytail.
Now we dip it in the resin? No?
If I take the spoon, the hairs, and this thread, and I... Hey! It works! It will never be a masterpiece of contemporary art, but it will serve its purpose admirably.
Okay, we made a brush. Now we can laminate this?
If I paint the resin very carefully over the parchment pieces...
Wow, I've ruined it worse.
It worked! 5 parts of the source of life, 2 parts of root of tears, 1 part blood of the night, 3 parts drops of intoxication, to be taken shortly before it unites with the wind. What effect it is supposed to have isn't noted, just as much as how to get each ingredient.
Okay, I get this. You want to tell me about this? Because I think I understand.
Hey, old man, wake up. Is this the recipe for your medicine? It really does seem to be the recipe. The old guy wants me to prepare it in this vial. I'll have to hurry preparing his medicine. He's not going to hold out for much longer.
I get it. 5 parts, source of life is water.
5 parts of the source of life. What effect...
Alright. So, like, 1...
5 parts from the source of life. Got it. 5 parts of the...
1 part blood of the night, that's nightshade.
Ketchup is made of tomatoes. Tomatoes belong to the nightshade family. That could be the connection to the blood of the night reference. I'll try it. 5 parts of the source... What effect...
The root of tears is probably this gelatin.
The plant will hardly fit in there.
Oh. Okay,
5 parts of the... What effect...
And drops of intoxication.
A few drops of the intoxication.
Yeah. What do I do with this? Burn it? No. What do I do with this? Maybe I can cook it? On the grill? No. Wow, that shitty tomato plant is only there so Maya will mention... Or, Nina. Not Maya. I keep doing that. We'll mention it's a nightshade. Do we nutcracker it?
I could press out the gentian bulb with that, but then the juice would run all over the place. Well, that must be the right doses, depending, of course, on the bulb being meant as the root of tears.
I'm just imagining we hand this, like, mixture of random root ketchup, water, and vodka to this man, and he just dies immediately.
The medicine is not finished yet.
It's not? To be taken before it unites with the wind. So, like, we have to burn it to ash? Steam! To be taken when it's steaming. Right? Steamed vinegar. Great for the sinus. Mmm. Delicious. Can we put the grate back in the fire? And...
I must have all of the ingredients together now. The recipe says something about taking it shortly before it unites with the wind. Whatever that's supposed to mean.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Is it ready?
I must have all of the ingredients. The medicine is not finished yet.
Before it unites with the wind. What the fuck does that mean?
The fireplace is already cold. This grill is rather rusty.
Put the parchment under it and light it with a match. Unfortunately, I don't seem to be able to use either the matches or the parchment. That sounded like such a good idea, too. What the fuck does this mean, man? Can you help me?
I need your help, old man.
Sin.
In his condition, I am hardly going to be able to talk to him. I'm afraid he's going to fall into a coma at any time.
Roll up the parchment, stuff it in the vodka bottle. No, wait, maybe I need firewood. We've already used this as an axe once. Okay.
Then I'll get on with my favorite hobby and start destroying things.
Sure thing, Freeman. Okay, we got wood. This will do it. We can start a fire now. I don't know why the boiling steam vent wasn't good enough, but she's really picky, I guess. Fire it up!
Hopefully this witch's brew doesn't blow up in my face. I have no idea when the stuff is ready, but before it all evaporates... Evaporate! That's it! To be taken before it unites with the wind. Then the medicine must be finished.
Okay, cool.
I wouldn't drink that for all the money in the world. I hope it helps the old man, though.
You want some ketchup vodka, watered down?
Man, I hope that helps.
Thanks.
My pleasure. What happened?
A little difference of opinion with the guards.
Guards? From the research station?
Yes, Oh, it's not important.
Not so important. You nearly died.
But I'm alive. And you aren't just here to help me, are you? You have some questions.
Yes. How did you know?
Your eyes betray you. The eyes betray everyone. And your eyes, I know your eyes. They were here once a long time ago.
Me? I was most certainly not.
Yes, they were. But they weren't in the body of a young woman. You're the daughter of... What was his name again?
Vladimir Kalenkow? You know my father?
Yes, Vladimir was his name. He came to me back then like you are today, with the same eyes.
I need your help. If you knew my father, then you can also tell me what happened here all those years ago.
I'm only a shepherd. I've always been a shepherd, and I will remain a shepherd for the rest of my life.
Captain Shepard.
But
I know
Commander
my place
Shepard.
in life, and you should know yours too. Listen to the words of a simple man. My son didn't listen to me.
what do you mean?
You want to know what happened here almost 50 years ago? And
At
what
some point,
happens
yes,
today?
please.
My son was also curious. He didn't want to listen to me. He found a strange piece of metal in the woods, and he asked questions. The wrong questions to the wrong people. I never saw him again. There are things that we are just not meant for. If we don't realize this...
Old man, your words may be very wise, but my father is in danger and I need your help.
I know. I can see it in your eyes. You really are just like your father. I also warned him, but he didn't want to listen to me either. He entered the cursed realm of the Ugdi, the evil Thunderbirds that have been sent to cause endless sickness since the year
Like
of the
the
great
puppets?
catastrophe. Your father ignored my warning, and his companion must have paid dearly for it. I know that I cannot stop you, so I will tell you where your father had his camp back then. Follow the northern path until you reach the swamps, and you will find what you are looking for. But always remember my words. Be careful in everything you do. Things happen here that no one can even begin to imagine.
The Evank was right. The atmosphere here is real strange. So unreal. Even if perhaps a good portion of superstition is involved, I have a strange feeling here. And then the story with the Thunderbirds and the endless sickness. Pull yourself together, Nina. You're just exhausted. There are no Thunderbirds, and any phenomenon, no matter how mysterious, can be explained rationally. Hopefully.
Okay, Scully. You had to be a redhead, didn't you?
That must be the site that the old man spoke of. My father started his expeditions from here. Maybe I'll find an explanation here of how the events of the past link with the kidnapping of my father.
Well, I feel like everything is explained.
Are shards always broken, or are there whole shards? An interesting question. I'll have to ask my former philosophy professor.
My opinion is that every shard is a whole shard, but when you put a bunch of shards together, they become something else. But every shard is a whole shard of whatever shard it is. If you break a shard, you now have two shards. But they're whole. I don't know, I'm just making shit up. This game is. Why is the shard of a pot called a sherd? I imagine that archaeologists needed some way to distinguish stuff.
The button must have a purpose. But what? Nothing happens.
Metal peg, metal peg.
A small metal pin. A small metal pin.
Alright, we got pins. Wait a minute. Aren't compasses always supposed to point north?
A small metal pin. There is nothing special to see, but then again, it is pitch black in there.
The needle points north. Okay. We're gonna have to start a fire in this, I'm sure. The needle points north. If you have the compass turned around.
A small metal pin.
So, presumably we need to rotate this thing. Somehow.
An old rag. An old rag.
An old rag. Let's...
The wall is covered in soot. You can't just wipe it over and, hey, presto, clean. The rag is soaked through.
You can do that
I
with
would never
vodka,
have
though.
dreamed that one day I would clean out a chimney from the inside.
Well, you still haven't.
A saturated rag. We don't want to take things to extremes. The fireplace is clean enough.
Clean enough for what? Alright.
An 8mm film projector. Considering its age and the fact that it's not professionally handled here, it is not in bad condition. It won't work without electricity.
Oh, electricity. Yeah, we don't really have any of that.
The small windows are absolutely filthy. Inside, the windows are almost clean.
And outside...
As an obedient little housewife, of course I know what my duties are. There, finished. Shall I make dinner now as well?
No, I just want to see out the
I
window.
know, the window is not completely clean yet, but that will have to do it for now.
Alright, so now we can,
An 8mm film The sunlight makes the hut look a little friendlier, at least.
Now, can we see something new?
There is nothing special to see. There is nothing special.
No. I kind of hoped that with the extra light, we would be able to see something new in the chimney. Obviously not what we were going for.
I should probably watch out where I'm stepping. One false step could be my last one.
And there's a round the back. So. Can I use the light to view the camera reel? That was my other thought, but I'm not sure. We'll check on that in a bit. Here's the power generator.
There is obviously no more fuel in it. That would have been too good.
Hey, remember what you said about being able to run like a Russian military vehicle on vodka? You think? No.
If I remember correctly, then that thing has something to do with magnetism and producing electricity.
Okay. I guess it's not that kind of generator. How do they work? They don't. Magnets are an illusion generated by the Earth's rotation.
A bit of petroleum still seems to be in there. I don't think that a diesel generator will run on petroleum, and there's hardly anything left in the lamp anyway.
Really? And we can't use the
This is
vodka?
obviously what is considered in the area to be a comprehensive, all-purpose first aid measure.
We can't? That seems weird. That is exactly the kind of thing that a game like this would do.
It looks like a garden hose. Time has been gnawing away at it, but there don't seem to be any large cracks or holes in it. An old drinking water tank.
And we can also wander off into the swamp, apparently. These screens are lovely. Like, this place looks amazing.
That must be a tributary of the stony Tunguska. It's not the river's fault, but I'm starting to hate that name.
How far into the forest can we go?
That must be the research station that the transit train was supposed to be going to. Has it even arrived there at all? The research station is certainly impressive. It even has its own runway, and probably just as impressively secured. I can forget getting in there. I'm not even sure that I want to go in anyway. After all, I have heard and read about this station and the place it was built on. Anyway, the station does radiate a certain fascination. Not a positive one, and the longer I look, the more I get the shivers. I'd better make my way back. There's a lot to do, and I still don't know what secret out of Daddy's past is concealed here.
Yeah, this is a very, very nice-looking game. I imagine it was better voice-acted in German, I like to think.
The river drops about 30 meters here. It's a very impressive sight. The whole station looks like out of a science fiction movie. Hardly believable, considering that it has been here for several decades. Will its secret ever be revealed to me?
But back in, like, 2006, I think, when this game came out, this would have really been something.
There still seems to be a bit of diesel oil in there.
Aha. Siphon. Hank, can I use...
There's still plenty of vodka in there. If I want the one spirit, I think I will have to get rid of the other. Nastarovia!
Really?
Oops. I think I'm a bit out of practice.
Okay, just get drunk.
The rest of the diesel oil out of that old truck.
Sure. Diesel goes in the generator.
That's what I call quality craftsmanship. Over 50 years old, and it still works like it did when it came out of the factory.
Now what?
This thing has all the bells and whistles. There's no reception here.
There never is.
If I remember correctly, then that thing has something to do with magnetism and producing electricity.
Okay. Have I missed anything on this screen? Truck wreck?
Wow, what a monster. I have to ask, even if I'm talking to myself, how did that thing get here?
And you may ask yourself, how did this get here? Letting the days go by.
This has been plundered. Everything that can be taken off and carried is gone. There are only 2 small nuts here, and I am having them. A nut. A nut.
A nut. Another nut. Alright, can we magnetize these?
I'll hold both nuts close to the coils, but not too close, otherwise I'll be toast. As a result, they seem to have become magnetized.
Cool, maybe we can use them as batteries. I don't know how fucking magnets work. Or maybe we can use them on the compass. Like, this is supposed to point north. Is it?
Nothing happens. That's strange. Obviously, the compass needle only moves when I press the button. I
Oh.
seem to have triggered a mechanism, but nothing has happened yet.
Okay.
Nothing happens.
I have no idea. And we can't get the projector to work.
There is no roll of film in there.
Oh, well that's also a really good reason. I feel... The one thing we've done, we've cleaned out the chimney, but we haven't lit a fire in there. We don't have anything
I don't
flammable.
want to take things to extremes. The fireplace is clean enough. I'll light the lamp.
Oh, okay.
Now that the suit is off, I can see numbers written on it. 7.5, 3, 10.5, 6.
7:30, 3, 10:36. So in clock notation... well, who the fuck writes 7:30 as 7.5? Anyway. $7:30. Alright, hold on. I gotta write this down.
There is nothing special to see.
Okay, gotta write this down.
Now that the suit is off, I can see numbers written on it. 7.5, 3, 10.5, 6.
Alright, so 7:30, 3, 10:36. Okay. And, I think I know how to do this. So that's 7th. Okay. 1, 2. No. 1. Forgotten where you start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, this would be 6. Just 1, 2, 3, 4. No. I don't know how clocks work. Oh, my kindergarten teacher would be so depressed. That's 12 divisions. 16 divisions, not 12. Oh. I feel like it's still clock notation, though. I'm gonna give that a try. 10:30 would be, like, right up here. $10:30, and then 6 is south. Yeah.
Secret compartment.
So, that's a little dumb, because, as you note, that's 16 divisions, not 12, but it worked anyway.
There are a few old documents and a roll of film in there. I'll have a look at the documents. Maybe my father left them there. Yes, indeed. He describes that the 1958 expedition apparently could not provide an explanation why the plant growth has changed so much here since the catastrophe of 1908. The discovery of a meteorite, hoped for by the government as a cause of the devastating explosion, also did not materialize. For this reason, neither my father in his function as the leader of the expedition, nor the biologist, Ken Morangi, could provide an unambiguous conclusion, which obviously was not regarded favorably by the authorities. Oh, and they are also briefly mentioning Oleg here, but apparently he was not that important. I guess I'd better not tell him that. Years later, in his function as a geologist at the Academy of Sciences in Moscow, my father examined a strange piece of metal that had been found in the Tunguska region. He then was able to prove its non-terrestrial origins, which breathed new life into the meteorite theory. However, upon further analysis, he and his colleague Manuel Perez discovered traces that indicated that the metal had been worked. When they wanted to publish their discovery in the Kalenkov Expert, it was completely, surprisingly rejected, and they were forbidden any further examination of the rock. When my father continued to inquire about the happenings in the Tunguska region, he was dismissed from the Academy of Sciences. The last entries are from 1977. Obviously, he and Manuel Perez went to the Tunguska region on their own. They hoped to find additional fragments of that strange material so they could continue their studies. What the goal was and what happened isn't written down in here. In addition, I have this burning desire to know what is going on with this fragment. On the one hand, it's probably not of terrestrial origin, but on the other hand, it was processed. That would mean the old
Aliens!
also said
I'm doing the
something
hand
about
thing, you
his
can't
son
see it.
finding some metal fragment in the woods and then suddenly disappearing. That would fit in with the fact that my father was even thrown out of the Academy of Sciences due to his analysis. I hope that I will find some more answers on that roll of film.
Well, I wouldn't worry about it being in Tunguska. Okay.
Damn, the bulb has burned out.
Can we use a match? Can we move it
Without a
over?
replacement for that burnt-out bulb, I won't be able to see anything.
Oh, the oil lamp. No?
It is light enough here, and I don't want to waste any petroleum. Who knows if I'll need it again?
We have the light sources, Nina! Nina! I missed anything? Maybe there's a bulb in the old truck. Maybe. She didn't seem real confident, but, like... Let me check outside.
I should probably watch out where I'm stepping. One false step could be my last one.
I remember playing the Black Cauldron and trying to get across the swamp by walking.
Wow, what a monster! That's the last bit of diesel out of the truck, the once proud juggernaut of the roads. Pitiful, isn't it?
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. No, I don't see anything that looks like it would help. I don't see any light bulbs out here.
That must be a tributary of the stony Tunguska.
Anything in the river? No. Steal a headlight off the Jeep. I mean, you would think. Can we actually walk back there? No, we can't.
I know, the window is not completely...
Nothing there.
empty.
Wait, fuck you, there's...
A small bit of tinfoil.
Okay.
I've wrapped the tinfoil around the broken glass.
Why?
Because of the tin foil, the shard is no longer transparent.
What the fuck are you... Oh, it's a mirror. It's a... Thank you.
Yep, that should work. Since it's rather dark in here, the light reflected by my modified glass shard should do it.
Yeah, whatever. Okay.
So, Manuel, the camera's rolling.
Manual?
Excuse me for a moment. I'll be right back.
So, Manual.
Manuel!
Whose heartbeat is this? The camera's?
What was that? Lightning? Or sheet lightning? And what happened to this Manuel Perez? That sounded like an explosion. I should see what's going on.
That sounded like an explosion. I should run towards it.
Come on, come on! Move your asses! The intruders have to be around here somewhere. We'll get them. Spread out.
Oh, my head. What was that? Feels like someone sifted through my thoughts.
There's someone up there. Get them!
Damn. I have to get away from here.
That really wasn't that dramatic. I wish it was. This is. Okay!
Thanks. That was close.
No problem. I told you that I would catch you if you were ever standing on the edge of a precipice. What happened? We just saw that some areas of the research station were in flames, and suddenly there were soldiers everywhere.
I don't know much more either. Suddenly, two strange figures appeared in front of me out of nowhere.
From the FSB?
No, they weren't agents. I'm not really sure. This may sound kind of stupid, but I'm not even sure if they were human.
What?
I
Aliens!
don't know how I should describe it. It was more like a feeling that I got from them.
What did they want? Did they say anything?
They didn't really speak. It was more like voices inside my head. It was as if they were looking for an answer.
What kind of answer?
I don't know how to describe the feeling. It was as if my head was going to explode. I've never experienced pain like that. And then suddenly, I knew that I wanted to tell them everything. It was suddenly so clear.
You told them everything?
No. Before I could say anything, the soldiers came, and the two figures disappeared as suddenly as they appeared. Where are we flying to anyway?
In the meantime, Sergei has found out that your father was never in Moscow. So it almost looks as if the entire trip was pretty much in vain.
No, on the contrary. I'm now sure that my father was kidnapped for some reason that has to do with the Tunguska catastrophe.
How come?
I found some of my father's old documents. If I haven't misunderstood them, he was on the trail of something big, and I have a name. Manuel Perez. He was with my father back then, and we also know approximately where he is now.
Yes, in a mental institution on Cuba. Great lead.
It's gotta be worth a try. And there's another name on the list. This Irish biologist, Ken Morangi.
That's right. I know that I have already asked a lot from you two, and I'm deeply indebted to you, and I would understand...
Stop rambling. What's your plan? You're heading to Cuba and I'm heading to Ireland?
You'd really do that?
You can pay me back some other time. For example, by buying me a cup of hot coffee.
Max, you're a sweetheart.
And don't you ever forget it.
Alright, we got a real globe-trotting adventure now. How far did this thing get on one tank of gas? Oh, okay, we stopped to refuel in Dublin. And drop Max off, I guess.
Oleg, I'm not usually like that. But what should I do? Besides you two, I don't have anyone who could help me. And if my father...
It's okay. We enjoy helping you, honestly. So don't worry about us. Concentrate on your dad.
Yeah, okay. We already found the psychiatric hospital. I only hope that this Perez is still here.
Why shouldn't he? But first I have to take care of some formalities. Will you be okay without me?
Sure. I can manage the 20 yards to the reception desk by myself. Go on. I'll be all right.
Okay. See you later.
I'm not convinced about Oleg. I'm not convinced about Oleg at all. A little worried he's a double agent. We can also now swap over to Max.
Morangi must live here, somewhere nearby. If he's still alive. Hopefully the locals can help me.
Of the two, I'd take Cuba. But we're not taking anything at all right now. I am going to save and stop for the evening because I don't think I have it in me to explore a mental hospital right now. That's going to take some fortification. And that's not going to happen tonight because tomorrow is Saturday. And I have been meaning to start Strange Horticulture for like a week. So, I guess tomorrow night, we're going to delve into the world of plants. I'm sure you're all thrilled. Alright, but I want to thank you all for showing up, and I want to get out of here because I want to use the bathroom. So, have a good time. I will see you all tomorrow night for Strange Horticulture. Goodbye, good night, and good luck out there. And remember, if you don't know what the solution to a problem is, it was probably aliens.